Hello, 6th graders. Welcome to Big Ideas Math, Contract Math, Section 6.2, 2014, Comparing and Ordering Fractions, Decimals, and Percents lesson. Pause while you write Section 6.2, 2014 lesson in your math notebook. Pause again while you write today's lesson objective. Compare and order less common fractions, decimals, and percents in your math notebook. Today we're going to be beginning on page 222 in your 2014 math textbook. At the top of the page it says, when comparing and ordering fractions, decimals, and percents, write the numbers as all fractions, all decimals, or all percents. That's really important because it helps us to see what they are, and that way we can compare them all together. Example 1, comparing fractions, decimals, and percents. And our study tip off to the side says it is usually easier to order decimals or percents than to order fractions. That's a really good tip. It's sometimes hard to order fractions because we can't necessarily compare them unless they have the same denominator or the same numerator. So example 1 asks, which is greater, 3/20 or 16%? And it asks us to write 3/20 as a percent. So we take 3/20 and we multiply the top and the bottom, the numerator and denominator, by 5. So 3 times 5 is 15, and 20 times 5 is 100, so that gives us 15%. Now once we have them both in percentages, we can see that 15% is less than 16%. So 16% is the greater number. So we can write that 16% is greater than 15%. Letter B, which is greater, 79% or 8/100ths. If we write 79% as a decimal, it's 0.79, and then we can compare our decimals. 0.79 is greater than 0.08. So 79% is the greater number. Let's look at example 2, real-life application. You, your sister, and a friend each take the same number of shots at a soccer goal. You make 72% of your shots, your sister makes 19/25 of her shots, and your friend makes 67/100ths of his shots. Who made the fewest shots? We'll write 72% and 19/25 as decimals. So when we do that, you see that 72% equals 0.72, and your sister, 19/25, equals 0.76 because we multiply the numerator and the denominator by 4 to get the denominator into hundredths. And then we graph the decimals on a number line. So your friend is at 0.67, you are at 0.72, and your sister is at 0.76. So 0.67 is the least number, so your friend made the fewest shots. Example 3 is another real-life application. The map shows portions of the U.S. population that live in 5 states. List the 5 states in order by population from least to greatest. Begin by writing each portion as a fraction, a decimal, and a percent. So that is done for us in the table, and it says graph the percent for each state on a number line. So if we look at the percentages, we see that Washington is to the left, it's 2%. Michigan is next to it, it's 3%. Ohio is 4%. New York is 6%, and California is 12%. The states in order by population from least to greatest are Washington, Michigan, Ohio, New York, and California. Your assignment for this lesson is to complete the On Your Own problems below. They're also on pages 222 and 223 of your textbook. Show your work and be prepared to share during our next class. Be sure you complete these problems in your notebook, not in the textbook. Remember, to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson, you need to complete your exit slip, come to our next class prepared with the journal pages or other work from the flipped lesson completed, be prepared with any work that was assigned in the flipped lesson completed, and be prepared with any questions you have for your teacher, and of course, have a good attitude.